16-year-old John Gore, aka Tyler, is living proof of how the FFA can shape a young person's life and help them look towards the future. Today, The Monitor brings you the story of how a simple FFA project became Gore's passion and how it allowed others to take notice. As you enter Putnam County, there's a sign displaying its rich and proud history. It reads, "Welcome to Georgia's dairy capital." It's a sign Tyler Gore has seen countless times. And although he's not looking to rewrite the history books, Tyler is hoping to make his own personal mark.
I wasn't really interested in showing cows at first, and then I got to researching and I saw that you could show goats, and that interested me more than showing a dairy cow. So I got to researching and I figured out how I needed to start out and figured out where I needed to find a goat to show. And I got in touch with one of my local friends and she got me started with showing goats, and we went down to a breeder in Waynesboro, Georgia, and I leased 2 does from her, and that's how I started out showing goats. At first I had a stereotype about goats. They're just random junk animals that eat anything, but as I went forward with my project and got my goats, I realized that they're just not a goat. They're more like my pets and part of my family now, more that I take care of them. They're just a part of my family as like my dogs and like that.
Now, believe it or not, raising goats wasn't always a part of Tyler's plan. No, in fact, as a youngster, his emphasis and focus was mainly on baseball and lots of it. Traveled throughout the state, stayed in hotels every weekend. But once he got to high school, something changed.
I think what stood out to me the most with Tyler is he came in my 9th grade class. He said to the entire class that he likes to fish and he wanted to be a marine biologist when he grew up. And he wanted to know when we were going to learn about fish. So I tried to make that connection. We talked a little bit about aquaculture in class, but he kind of, when we started talking about small animals and livestock and ruminant livestock, he kind of latched onto the goat project and took off with it.
And because of FFA, Tyler's list of achievements far exceed anything he accomplished on the baseball field. He's been chapter reporter, chapter treasurer, and currently chapter president for Putnam County. He's also competed in multiple record-keeping competitions, prepared public speaking, job interview, FFA quiz, and placed in all. Arguably, though, his proudest moment came when he learned that the National FFA Foundation had awarded him a $1,000 grant, something they don't give to just anyone.
It's very difficult to get these grants. This year, Tyler was selected as the only student from Georgia to receive a $1,000 grant, and it's based on a student's application and how they present their need for what they want to do and expand their project. By him getting this grant, of course, he'll be able to expand, as you can see, the barn and include a few more goats to his breeding herd.
And to be perfectly clear, what Tyler is doing isn't just a teenage hobby. He treats everything like a business, from cleaning the goats' cages to administering shots, even making sure they have the best quality hay to eat. And all this before he leaves for school and most of the time after. When asked if he has any regrets, Tyler's response, none whatsoever. In fact, raising goats along with teaching will ultimately be a part of his future.
I want to go to Abraham Baldwin Agriculture College down in Tifton and study in agriculture education and become an ag teacher.
I see him being a passionate agriculture teacher in the state of Georgia. I think he's going to represent our state well, and he's really going to make those connections with students that are diversified in their learning. I think it's just a reflection of how hard our students work and how strong they're willing to, or how many hours they're willing to put in a project to keep it going. And not only are we a dairy county, but a county that you can be good and succeed at anything.